Welcome to my nightmare.
Oh hey Hans fam, and welcome to Hansween Day 7. Officially been a week of Halloween tutorials. Fuck yeah. Hansween is 31 tutorials in the month of October, which means new tutorial every day. Subscribe so you're alerted on that ish. Freddy Krueger is another horror classic, so here we go. We're gonna start by grabbing a reference picture because this will be your lifeline. Using a pencil, draw out the burned holes in the face. Some are big, some are small, keep it pretty random. Burned skin isn't exactly symmetrical, and this is only a general outline we're going to follow. Keep the holes pretty organic in their shape, and most of them seem to have a point pulling towards one end. Third degree will make up the entirety of the face, and if you've never used it before, it's a silicone compound where you mix part A and B equally together to create an awesome moldable substance. Work in small sections to start building up the burned flesh, filling in the spaces around the holes that you first drew out. You have about 10 minutes or so of working time, maybe a little more, a little less, with this product, so I'm mixing up small batches at a time as to not waste any. Using a spatula will give you the ability to blend the edges down into the skin for a more realistic look. You also don't need adhesive with this, it sticks right to your skin. Make some pieces thicker than some others, again, as all scarring isn't created equal. Now with a stippling sponge, when the silicone is starting to dry, maybe just a little tacky still, give the silicone some texture so it's not just smooth. We want to emulate the actual texture of our own skin. As I get around the outer edges of the face, I let the silicone blend a bit more into my natural skin, keeping the focus on the center of the face. Stipple around as you go, and then cover your brows with a bit of Vaseline to protect them, and this can also be used to cover up your hair since, you know, if your face is all burned off, I don't think your brows would make it, no matter how badass they are. Since we are going to be wearing a costume, or if you do want to wear a costume, I put a tiny bit on my neck, more focusing on one side, because I wanted it to look like the burn was just cascading a bit down onto our natural skin. This will give you a cohesive look without having to do your whole body, in case you want to show off some of your sexy self. Using these RCMA cream foundations, let's start the paint job. Now, freeze. As I put foundation on the silicone, I thought, fuck me, man. Since the silicone was clear, I didn't see just how bumpy some of my application was, which does work with Freddy, but to bypass this, mix some cream paint straight into the silicone when you're first applying it. But I'm a noob, so I just went for the paint after. Still works, but you'll see what the end result will look like much easier with the paint mixed beforehand. Cover with foundation, making sure to press it into all the nooks and crannies. Then mixing in some red cream paint to get a pinkish skin tone and messily putting this around the random parts of the face for some irritated looking skin. Now for the more intense paint job, which will bring back some dimension to the face, go into all the holes and add a bit of red cream paint to darken. These recede into our face, so they would definitely be the darkest. Put the paint down in the actual hole and then use the little bit of cream paint that's left on your brush to blend it then into the foundation. You're even going to want to darken his features, go around his nose, and really intensify that thick-ass furrowed brow he got going on. Don't forget your neck, God, so sexy, and make the skin around the neck scarring look extra irritated. Alright, here's the extra intense paint job. Use a bit of red and dark brown cream paint to get inside every ridge and bump you created to accentuate it. Basically what we were trying to do here is make everything look like it has a purpose for being there. That little tiny bump, yep, it has some shadow underneath and blends nicely into the other little bumps. The shadows should mainly be darkest right under the thick mounds of skin because they would be casting a shadow downwards. Use your hand as a palette, like so, because you'll be going back and forth from red and adding more foundation to dark brown. It's going to be more of a process instead of just sitting there and putting down some red and being done. You're going to want to sit there and keep mixing colors to get this custom blend all together. Had to have a little coffee break. You guys know I can't survive without my coffee. Back onto your neck, keep the neck burns the deepest towards the top where they start to connect with your face, and again just blend downwards to look like the burn starts on our neck and goes upwards. We've technically contoured out our burned up face, so now we gotta highlight some of the topmost pieces with a very light foundation or concealer shade, and you could do this focused on the thicker pieces since those are technically going to be higher off the face. Just like everything else, you highlight the high points. You contour out the parts you want to recede. Know what I mean? Darken under his sexy furrowed brow with a bit of dark brown and black shadow. And just because I wanted to look, kind of cute still, I threw on some liner and the Faction Lash. Thanks, Alex Function. Add a little bit of color to the inner portion of your lips. This costume that I'm wearing is from Wholesale Halloween Costumes, which I adore. It's kind of off the shoulder, And the wig is from Rockstar Wigs, which I also adore. And that is the entire video. I hope you guys liked it. I feel like I'm just really into creepy looks that are also kind of cute. I don't know. If you recreate this look, use the hashtag Hansween so I can see it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I post every day at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I love the fuck out of you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.